When you think of United States Supreme Court, you could probably imagine powerful judges. In fact, historic legal decision and debates over the Constitution. But today, the conversation it is not about Constitution. It is about security. Ladies and gentlemen, America's Supreme Court judges they are asking Congress for a larger budget with a significant part of the request focused on improving security for judges and their family. According to judiciary budget request, more funding would go towards protecting legal courthouses and expanding security for Supreme Court judges at their homes and while traveling. Now, you know why? Because officials say that threats against judges are increasing. Think about the responsibility these judges carry. Their decision can change immigration policy, abortion right, gun law, business regulation, and even presidential power. Every major ruling affects millions of people. But in today's deeply divided political environment, those decisions can also trigger anger, criticism, and sometimes even threats. And that is why security for them has become a growing concern. Now, this whole request, it also comes at a very politically sensitive and significant time. Justice Amy Coney Barrett and Justice Elena Kagan, they are expected to appear before Congress to discuss the court's budget, making it the first such appearance by Supreme Court judges in several years. But the story, it reminds us of something important here. Democracy is not only about elections, it is also about protecting the institutions that make the democracy work. Well, courts cannot function independently if judges fear their own safety. Now, whether people agree or they disagree with the judgment, the rule of law depends on judges being able to make decisions and without any intimidation. Now, the larger question is, how do you protect the people who are responsible for regulation of the Constitution? And how do you balance public criticism with personal security? Those particular questions are becoming increasingly important. But yes, security concerns are no longer limited to Washington. Thousands of kilometers away, another American institution has taken an unusual step because of rising regional tension. Can you imagine trying to sleep after a day of 40-degree temperature? You wait for the sun to set. You expect the weather to cool down, but it does not. The heat stays there. The walls remain hot. The air feels heavy. Your body never gets a chance to recover. Well, that's exactly what millions of Americans are facing this particular week. Well, according to National Weather Service, more than 90 temperature records could be tied or maybe broken across the United States, and many of them are expected to be overnight temperature record. Now, normally nighttime gives our body a chance to cool down after a hot day. But this time, that particular relief that's missing. And health experts say that makes the whole situation even more dangerous. And when the human body remains hot for hours, the risk of dehydration, heat exhaustion, and even heat stroke increases dramatically. Here, doctors say that the danger is specifically high for elderly people, young children, pregnant women, outdoor workers, and people with the existing heart or maybe lungs condition. Well, the heat dome sitting over much of America has already contributed to heat-related deaths in some areas and has helped fuel the wildfires in the western United States. Cities from Florida to Texas and even places known for cold winters are expecting extremely warm nights. Well, think about that. America is famous for air conditioning. It is one of the most developed countries in the world. Yet, every single year, heat, in fact, extreme heat, it kills the people. And why is this happening? Because heat is often called the silent weather killer. It does not arrive with dramatic images like hurricanes. It does not create headlines like earthquakes, but slowly, hours after hours, it pushes the human body far beyond its limit. Well, experts are urging people to stay hydrated, avoid long period outdoors, use cooling center wherever available, and check on elderly neighbors or maybe relatives who have been living alone. Climate scientists say that extreme heat events are becoming more frequent and lasting longer in many parts of the world, which means this may not be an unusual summer anymore. It may become the new normal. But yes, while millions of Americans are worrying about the weather, another institution is worrying about something completely different: its own safety.